Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Introduction to the Mandela Effect. This is for the beginners. If you've already watched several videos on this topic, I'm sorry that I'll bore you here, but go to my more advanced topics. You can search Byron Preston channel, and there's lots there for the advanced folks. But the Mandela Effect is for folks who remember certain events different than other people. And it's named after, Nelson Mandela, the leader of a great country, thought he had died in prison, but other people, found out he didn't. So that's where it gets its name from. But I want to hit on some of my Mandela effects. So maybe this is more of a personal log, or for others, maybe you'll agree with this. Growing up, we all remember, well, maybe some of you do, maybe not all, the good old Oscar Mayer, the baloney. You might remember the little kid saying, "My baloney has a first name," and all the different ad campaigns. So I want you to think for just a moment in your mind, close your eyes, if you will, unless you're driving, of course, or working, um, and envision, how do you spell Oscar Mayer? M blank Year. Well, let's go back to the good old commercial where that little kid sings the song.
My baloney has a first name, it's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name, it's M-A-Y-E-R. Oh, I love to eat it every day, and if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with B-L-O-G-N-A.
Oscar Meyer, the first name in Bologna.
How's that?
So did anybody catch how he spelled the M-A-Y-E-R? That's not Meyer. That's Mayer. M-A, Ma, with the Y, May, like the month of May, Mayer. That's Oscar Mayer. But he's pronouncing it Oscar Meyer. So that's the first Mandela effect. Majority of us remember as Oscar Meyer, M-E-Y-E-R. If you remember the other way, then, well, what's happening is some people remember certain events some way, and some people remember certain events other way, including the geography of the world has changed, and I have a video on that, which you should definitely watch, the Mandela effect. Geography maps of the world have changed. So next we're going to go to the next thing that people disagree on, Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. The famous scene where they get in this battle, and then Darth Vader says, "Blank, I am your father." So when they get in this big battle, I want you to remember, what does he say in this battle?
It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. I'll never join you! If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He told me enough. He told me you killed him. No. I am your father.
What? I am your father? We all remember it as Luke. I am your father. But if you're from the other timeline, it's no, I'm your father here. And we've gone back to the VCRs. We searched all the archives, everything, the whole 9 yards. In this reality, it's always been, I am your father. but everyone else from the time remembers it totally different. All right, so the next one is good old Mr. Rogers. You might remember this from your childhood. The opening sing, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in blank neighborhood." What does he say? It's a beautiful day. Come on, sing that song. It's a beautiful day, blank neighborhood. Okay, now think about it. Get your answer, because we're about to play the answer for you here.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
Did he say in this?
It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for beauty. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? I have always wanted to.
So hopefully you heard him say it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, when we all remember as it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? Anyway, sorry. I shouldn't have sung that. But anyway, the point is, here it's in this neighborhood. The key phrase is the town that we're from, in the neighborhood, meaning it's open and free will. What they're saying here, what they're trying to tell you is you are no longer in your world. Well, some people are from this timeline, but if you're listening to this, you might be from the other timeline. So what they're saying is you're no longer in the neighborhood. You're in this neighborhood. And we're gonna get back to that with the Forrest Gump thing. How about good old Chick-fil-A? How do you spell chick? Some people remember CHIC, but here no, it's CHICK, fillet. A lot of people remember CHIC. What's really funny is in these little commercials here, eat more chicken. Do you see the K? They dropped the C. Kind of bizarre, isn't it? And some people have reported to me that they remember chick being CHIK. So I've heard three different versions of this so far. The one in front of you, which is this reality. The one I remember, which is CHIC, and I know a lot of people that remember that. And some people remember CHIK. So it seems like we have three, maybe four timelines meshing. The next one we'll talk about, people don't talk about very often, very much, but it's near and dear to me because I remember McDonald's. I remember the sign being yellow. Now on all the buildings it's white, but I'm trying to go through the history. It seems like it's always been white, but I remember being yellow. I remember the font being different, and then here's the big one. Where did the Big Mac come from? It should be called the Big Mick, because it's McDonald's here. But, McDonald's. I remember being Mac. MAC. It's supposed to be McDonald's. And the font's a little off. And just, everything's just a tad teeny bit off. Seriously, where did they get the Big Mac from? That's my evidence. And unfortunately, I can only go on my memory. So, the next one I want to touch on. Ooh, I should have done the Field of Dreams. I should do that real fast. But anyway, there's the Field of Dreams. If you build it, blank will come. Think about it. If you build it, blank will come. If you know the movie Field of Dreams about building the baseball field on that scene, everyone remembers it that are on these Mandela affected sites. The majority of these folks remember as if you build it, they will come. They, meaning all the baseball players, because at the end of the movie, all the baseball players show up. But in this time, in this reality, it's always been, and you can search high and low, it's if you build it, he will come. And their argument is he, meaning, what is it, his father, whatever. He's looking for a particular person to come. But our timeline, it's they will come. So there's a little difference there. So anyway, now we're going to go to the Forrest Gump, which is the big kicker of them all. So think of the Forrest Gump movie. What does he say here? My mom always told me life blank like a box of chocolates. So let's see what you remember. Think of it in your head, quick. We're going to play it.
Do you want a chocolate? I could eat about 1.5 million of these. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Was?
You never know what you're gonna get.
Wait, I gotta hear that again. He said was. He said life was, not is. Life was. It no longer is. Here's the pun. See, before in our timeline where things are free, life is like it is. It's present tense. It is all. Everything exists all at once. All future possibilities. You don't know what you're going to get. But here in this reality, they're saying once again you're in a box. Kind of like Mr. Rogers. You're in this neighborhood. Here he's saying life was like it used to be, like a box of chocolates, but it is no longer like a box of chocolates. Because in this timeline, this reality, everything is controlled down to the T. Kind of like, well, I'm not going to go off in that stuff. But anyway, here we go.
I could eat about 1.5 million of these.
1.5 million. What does that mean?
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Wow, he really did say that again. So anyway, there's a dozen of these. The other one I like, from my timeline, it was Evil Knievel. Here now it's Eval Knievel. I remember Rod Sterling from the Twilight Zone, the host. Here it's Rod Serling. Lucia Ball was Desi Arnaz. Now it's here. I remember it's Desi Arnaz. Now it's here Desi Arnaz. Boy, the list just goes on and on. People remember people that were dead, but now they're alive. The big one is the Lindbergh baby. They had a summer home in Bainbridge Island, like 2 miles from my house on Bainbridge Island, and my stepfather actually went to Lindbergh trials, and so yeah, on our timeline the baby was never found, but here, lo and behold, the baby was found. And there's a list of over 500 of these Mandela effects. So this is just the introduction, to give you an idea of what's going on. Some big ones are like I remember is the Flint with the T stones. Here's the Flynn stones. The Fruit Loops is spelled differently. Looney Tunes is spelled differently. Febreze is differently. We remember as Depends. There's a little joke where it was on MTV. Bill Clinton was on TV. They say it's a joke. Bill Clinton was being interviewed on MTV, and they asked him, "What kind of underwear do you wear?" And Bill Clinton says, "Well, it depends." Well, meaning depends was with an S was the name of an adult diaper, and they're making fun of the president wearing adult diapers. But here it's Depend. Febreze is spelled different. Here's a new one I just learned. Oh, big shout out. Oh, I can't remember my buddy's name.